Welcome to the QT Bible Study with Steve Levitt. I am Steve Levitt, and this is the live Quiet Time Bible Study we do here every morning. Mark, winner, chicken dinner. Good job, Daniel, Rebecca, close second. Leroy, first one to join. Casey, first one to comment on TikTok this morning. Good job this morning. Julie Barnes, first one up on YouTube. And Wade, winner, chicken dinner on Facebook. Wade, good job. Liz, close second. Third, Melissa, you're right in there too. Janice and Jennifer. Daniel and Rebecca, glad you're here this morning. Daniel, I'm assuming. We are in the Song of Solomon, chapter 7, and how to deepen your marriage, how to mature your marriage, how to take your marriage to a deeper level instead of just honeymoon stage of marriage, instead of just surviving the fights of marriage. How do we mature, deepen, and grow marriage? Song of Solomon, middle of your Old Testament, chapter 7. We received more Bibles yesterday. Thank you. We're getting those together to send over to Africa. More people who a new Bible to many Africans is like Christmas. It's one of the proudest moments of their life, is to have something new, first of all, something given to them by the Mzungu Americans, and then of course for them to be able to read the Word of God for themselves, and they get to take it home and they get to keep it, and it's theirs. Very rare and very huge blessing for folks over in Kenya, Africa, that we do so much work over there. So very exciting. Thank you guys for sending the Bibles so that we can send those over and get them going. Well, did I miss something? Jennifer, Liz, maybe I missed something exciting that happened. Jennifer, hey, Renee on YouTube, good to see you this morning. Hi, Grumps, glad you showed up. There's Hendel, TikTok crew, thank you guys. Big Joe, Martha, Debbie, Pam, all the Mike, all the normals are here. Well, let's get into it this morning. We've watched the Song of Solomon. We've watched Solomon and Shulamite date, get engaged, get married, have a honeymoon night, and join in their union, consummate the marriage sexually. They had a fight. They recovered from the fight. They forgave. They were fully restored. And now we watch them deepen the marriage. Here's the drill, all right? Hi, Tina. Good morning. The progression of marriage goes like, or relationship goes like this. Two people meet, they become infatuated with each other. Oh man, he's hot. She's hot. She's so fun. She's funny. He's funny. He's has money to provide for me. The excitement in the beginning of a marriage, the beginning stages of marriage, is called infatuation. During infatuation, your brain releases endorphins and dopamine that give you a sense of elation, euphoria. And so if you remember back, whenever you were first dating, you felt euphoric, very enamored and in love, and you were all over the idea of romance and talking and hanging out, making out, all the physical part. It was all exciting and fun. And you get married and you love this person, and this person makes you feel really good inside. This person completes you. This is my soulmate. It's all good, right? Super excited and elated. That can go all the way through dating, engagement, marriage, and typically, got it, Jennifer. Typically, this infatuation stage happens up until about 3 to 5 years into marriage. So you're married 3 to 5 years or after the first child is born. Some of you have unique stories where you married with children already, which changes all that. But in the average couple, two single people get married, they go 3 to 5 years into marriage or until the first child is born. And then you hit the wall. Boom. We've hit the wall. And what happens whenever we hit the wall and the couple begins to feel like, I have my claws in you. I'm solid with you. You're not going anywhere. You're in it, and there's a loyalty and a commitment, and I have you. Once I have you, it is the seeking of getting you that creates the euphoria, the infatuation. I'm infatuated with, am I worthy enough for you to commit to me? Am I worthy enough for you to have sex with me? Am I worthy enough for you to put all your eggs in my basket and marry me? And that ball of excitement is there. It's normal. It's healthy. God designed it. But once it happens and you're 3 to 5 years into marriage or you have a child, that ends and you hit the wall. I call it the wall. Many divorces happen at 3 to 5 years of marriage. I see lots of marriage counseling 3 to 5 years into marriage. So you get here, you hit the wall, and one of three things tends to happen. Option number one, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Or, ooh, that person, not you, now stimulates me and makes me feel euphoric and infatuated. That must be what I should chase because you don't do it for me anymore. You don't make me feel this way we used to feel. You changed, blah, 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 blah. And so the person becomes disenchanted with the person they're married to because they're not having all these euphoric feelings anymore for this person. So another person can make me feel that way, or my career can make me feel that way, or the children make me feel that way, or whatever it is. And the person you married now doesn't meet that need, and you don't seek euphoria from that person. So they either get divorced. I don't love you anymore. I love you, but I'm not in love with you. Someone else is my soulmate, whatever it is, the kids, and we just get divorced. Option number one, we just get divorced. Option number two that happens, and this is what happens to most couples, is, okay, you don't really do it for me anymore, but I'm a good Christian and I don't believe in divorce, so I'm not going to get divorced. I guess we'll just ride this out for the next 60 years. I guess we'll just stay married and have average, tolerant marriage. I'll tolerate having sex with you. I'll tolerate your nagging. You're okay. You're fine. I'm not going anywhere. And we'll just ride this out, having average, kind of miserable at times marriage. And that's what happens in most couples. But then, and most people think that's my two options: get a divorce or kind of live miserable. Get a divorce or just tolerate this miserable marriage. They think they have door number one and door number two. I believe that God offers door number three. There's a third option, and that's where people typically can come to me or a counselor or whatever, or something major happens in your life, and it forces you into door number 3, and that is chapter 7 of Song of Solomon. This is chapter 7. This is scripturally deepening your marriage, maturing your marriage, taking your marriage to that deeper level that takes you to a new place in marriage that is absolutely fulfilling. Remember the word fulfilling. Option number 3, maturing your marriage, is fulfilling. We have to let go of seeking the thrilling. In place, we get something way better, fulfilling. When somebody thinks that marriage is supposed to be about thrilling, excitement, euphoria, you'll live disappointed the rest of your marriage. You'll have it for a little bit, unless you just change spouse, date, which is miserable and unfulfilling. You'll get thrilling. You'll get the thrill of the new person, the thrill of sex with somebody that's new and everything else. But it's never fulfilling. What most people are missing in their marriage is this satisfaction, this contentment, this fulfilling experience that only comes whenever you take your marriage to that deeper level, that deeper maturity. Does that make sense? Does that clear a lot of stuff up for you? Does that kind of set the light bulbs off for you and go, oh, that's why I feel, or that's why this happened, or that's why this divorce happened, or whatever. Hey, Scott, glad you're here. Hey, Derek. Yes, we all have to tough out parts of our marriage, seasons of our marriage. You have to tough it out, but you don't have to be miserable. You can be content and fulfilled with this person. So let's look at how Solomon and Shulamite deepens their marriage. Chapter 7, Song of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1. Song of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 1. How beautiful, Solomon talking to the Shulamite, he says to her, how beautiful are your feet. He's got a thing. He's got a thing for feet, right? How beautiful are your feet in sandals, O princess daughter. The curves of your hips are like jewels. The works of your hands are artists. Your navel is like a round goblet, which never lacks mixed wine, and your belly is like a heap of wheat. If someone says your belly's like a heap of wheat, today you might think they're just saying that you're fat. That's not what he's saying at all. A mound of wheat was like gold bars. To have a mound of wheat was something that everybody desired, right? And he's talked about her feet, her belly button, he's going over her body, but bye, baby. Have a good day. Hey, your belly's like a heap of wheat. She's going to work. Love you. She's heard me teach this a few times. She knows what I meant. Notice here that the Song of Solomon is not talking about sexuality and boobs all the time, which is what he talked about. He's going to go back to that. He's going to get to that in a minute. But he's noticing and admiring the deeper parts of her. Right? He's gone past the thrill. He's not given up on the thrill. Trust me, I'm 58. I'm pretty much like I was when I was 18. Not much has changed for me, except for I've added on to what the other part doesn't go away. The kind of sexuality and the, you turn me on and all that is still there. But that's all that was there in the beginning. That's really what I lived for in the beginning. That's what couples live for in the beginning. They live off of euphoria. They live off of the surface things that this person has to offer me. What happens in maturity is we add the deeper things. We add the appreciation for, you add a lot of things. You add bathroom door being left open. You add, seeing each other in your not greatest form. We add on, maybe I'm not going to shower today. I don't know. You add on the deeper appreciation, and I still love you. And I appreciate your sacrifice. You add on the deeper parts. You start to learn to appreciate and accept the goods and bads about each other. That's maturing your marriage. Feet, belly. Now, he hasn't changed. He hasn't changed that he's still a man. These guys are 20, 30 years into marriage now. He hasn't changed, though. Watch verse 3. He goes back to, your breasts are like two fawns, twins of a gazelle, right? He's still tender. He hasn't gotten crude with his wife. He still tries to be gentle and respectful. Hi, Pete. Hi, buddy. He still says that her breasts are like gazelles, that he's tender and gentle with that. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Again, deeper parts of her. Your neck is like an ivory tower. Your eyes are like the pools of Heshbon by the gates of Bath Ribbon. These were the city hot tub. These were the oasis. This is where, come here, Pete. He's sad because Mama left. So he's out here looking at me like, really? You're all I got? Your eyes are like the pools of Heshbon. They're an oasis. They're these beautiful pools that I can stare into. Your nose is like the Tower of Lebanon. Be careful with that one, men. It's not that she has a big nose. Surely he's not gonna. He is right there in front of everybody. Pete, we've deepened our relationship with the Bible study, I guess, where you feel comfortable just going to the bathroom right in front of everybody. This is his first time getting off of his bed this morning. So sorry. I apologize. Can't do anything about it. Come on, Pete. Wrap it up, Buttercup. There you go. Now be on your way. Oh, now you're going to come say hi? All right. Now we can get back to it. Your nose is like the Tower of Lebanon, which faces towards Damascus. This is the north side, north Israel, Jerusalem. If we had invaders coming from the north, the Tower of Damascus would be the first one to see them coming in. It's a warning. This was a very well-known tower that people respected. Your nose is like the Tower of Damascus. You are well respected. Your head crowns you like Mount Carmel, 700-foot ridge in northern Israel, or the eastern Israel, I think. Beautiful vacation spot, Carmel. These 700-foot cliffs, very respected. Your head crowns you like Carmel, and the flowing locks of your head are like purple threads. The king is captivated by your tresses. I am captivated by you. Look, a captive is somebody who is indentured. That's the right word. my wife captivates me, meaning I am your captive. I am yours. I not in a bad way, but I'm enslaved to you. Your wish is my command. Princess Buttercup, as you wish. Boom, 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 boom. Princess Bride reference. As you wish. Your wish is my command. The king is captivated by you. Some of you got it. Some of you got the reference, right? I am captivated by you. This is maturity. I don't live for me. I am married to you years and years and years. 26 for Marty and I last week. She says yesterday, we got to clean the house. We had company all weekend, Dane and Blake and their spouses and their dogs here all weekend. They're gone now. We need to clean the house. All right, let's go. I get up, and my least favorite thing in the world probably to do is clean the house. But I'm captivated. Let me help. Let's go. Right? I wasn't a lot of help, but I was a little. It's what it means to be fulfilled. There is fulfillment in my captivity. It brings me fulfillment to serve my spouse. Whenever we have fulfilling, mature marriage, we no longer live for ourselves. We've given up. We've given up trying to get everything we want out of marriage. We've given up trying to do what we want. It's actually more fulfilling to give than to receive. You're a servant. You become a servant to your spouse. It's fulfilling to let go of you whining and complaining about everything you need or you want or what you get. The king is captivated by your tresses. Verse 6, how beautiful, how beautiful and how delightful you are, my love, with all of your charms. Tanug, the Hebrew word tanug. Somebody look that up. Like an oasis, your stature is like the palm trees, and your breasts are like its clusters. He's still a dude. He keeps going back to her breasts, and your breasts are like its clusters. He said to himself, I will climb the palm tree, and I will take hold of its fruits. Oh, may your breasts be like clusters of the vine, and your fragrance of your breath be like apples, and your mouth like the best wine. Ladies, do you ever get tired of the fact that he won't quit talking about it? He won't quit oogling your body. He always wants to talk about my boobs or whatever, right? You can roll your eyes and get tired of that, but he's a dude. Solomon is a dude. Solomon is one of the greatest, godliest men at this time ever. And he keeps going back 3 times in this section to talk about her breasts. Ladies, please find a way to be thankful that he is captivated by your body and not someone else's body. That he's captivated by a body, right? That he doesn't reject you and get disgusted with your body. That he's not trying to get his needs met with somebody else's body. Be thankful that he's behaving the way God made him to desire your body. That happens because he's a servant. I'm captivated by you. I'll serve you. I honor you. I do for you. But I sure like your body. It's not a bad thing that your husband is obsessed with you and your body and your sexuality. Try not to be so frustrated with that. Yes, later James Solomon blew it and he took on 700 wives. He blew it. And you can read in Ecclesiastes how that brought on misery for his life. Whenever he got away from this and the way God designed it to work, he found misery. But in this season, in this time, he was getting it right. And he was captivated by her and her alone. He already said it. He said, "You are unique among all women. You are my one." One of the signs of mature marriage, of taking your marriage to the next level, of deepening your marriage, is their sexuality is still alive. And I'm just going to say this, hang on. But part of fulfillment is figuring out how to have fulfillment in this sexuality. There's a reason the Song of Solomon keeps going back to sexuality. Verse 10, look at verse 10. We'll come back to verse 9 in a minute. But verse 10, Shulamite says, "I am my beloved's, and his desire is for me." That word desire translates sexuality. His sexuality is for me. She keeps going back to their sexuality. He keeps going back to their sexuality. Look, we would all, not we all, most women I find would like for that to be less a part of the marriage, but it's not going to be. It's a major part of the fulfillment of the maturity of marriage. We have to accept that. It is one of the highest frustrations for most marriage, sexuality. But I think it's been clear in the Song of Solomon, it's been a theme since the very beginning of the book, and it's the theme in the very end of the book. It's the major theme that runs throughout it. Why? Because God designed sexuality to be what keeps the union in the marriage, the joining of the marriage. The definition of the marriage is that you join your bodies together. You link yourself and your hearts together physically, and it's a major part of the marriage. If we're going to get to that good, deep, mature marriage, we have to embrace the idea of sexuality and its major role in your marriage. 1 Corinthians 7 says, "Do not stop having sex, only for a short time, for prayer and fasting. Then come back together sexually. Then continue the marriage sexually." It says, lest Satan get a foothold in your marriage. Whenever you stop letting sexuality be a major part of your marriage, then Satan comes in and destroys your marriage, because there's no union anymore. There's no unioning. You got to keep unioning in your marriage. Being one flesh. You got to keep being one flesh. And there's a reason why the Song of Solomon, God and Solomon and Shulamite keep coming back to sexuality. It's a major part of what deepens and matures the marriage. I'll answer. I'm not reading comments because I'll get distracted. I'll answer your comments in just a second. Let's look at one other characteristic of this deepening marriage, this mature marriage. Solomon is going, "You're beautiful. I love your belly. I love your neck. I love your nose. I love your feet." He's got a feet thing. And he's talking about her mouth. Watch this in verse 9. He says, "And your mouth is like the best wine." And she picks up his sentence and finishes his sentence. She goes, "Yeah, it goes down smooth for my beloved, flowing gently through the lips of those who fall asleep." She finishes his sentence. She completes. Verse 9 is all one verse, but it's split by who's talking. He's talking first. She finishes. They complete each other's sentences. They know each other. She knows what he's saying. She knows what the thought is. Why? because they've taken time to get to know each other. They ask deep questions. They inquire about each other. They study each other. Be a student of your mate. Study your mate. What does your mate need? What does your mate want? What does your mate mean? Why is your mate behaving that way? How do you feel about that? What do you think about this? You have to have deep intimacy to be able to finish each other's sentences without assumption. I don't have to assume what you mean. I know you. One of the deepest desires of humanity is to be known. One of the greatest sacrifices of humanity is to know, to take time to know someone. That's why the person who asks lots of good questions is usually the most popular person in the room. I want to go be next to that person because they ask me good questions and they act like they want to know me. To deepen your marriage, you have to deepen the emotional and verbal intimacy in your marriage. Seek to know each other. Ask good questions. Deepen your marriage by having empathy and sympathy and compassion and mercy towards each other. Feeling each other. Emotional intimacy. She knows how to finish his sentences. That word desire there, I am my beloved, verse 10, I am my beloved, and his desire is for me. The word is teshuk. The Hebrew word there is teshuk. It means consuming. And his consuming desire, he is consumed with me. That means, I'm going to wrap up on this, that means even 15, 20 years into marriage, I haven't found other things to consume me. You still consume me. I haven't made golf or hunting or shopping or working out or physical fitness or making money. I haven't made those my consumption. I haven't become consumed with those. I am still consumed with you. You are what my life's all about. You are what I can't live without. You are what consumes me. Solomon is consumed with her. That's what, and it's not because of fleshly, thrilling lust like it is in the beginning before the wall. I am consumed with who you are as a person, your completeness, your good and your bad, your burps and your farts. I'm consumed with all of you. I still love you and I'm consumed with you, even though you leave the bathroom door open, whatever. I'm consumed with you. And this is what God desires for you to deepen your marriage, sexually, emotionally, verbally, spiritually. Becoming one. Woo, that'll preach. Let's stop there. We're out of time. We'll pick up tomorrow with more consuming maturity of marriage. Hopefully we'll get over to the next chapter where it's how to grow old together. We're going to take one more day tomorrow to look at how to deepen and mature your marriage. Then our last day, Wednesday, will be how to grow old together, how to be old together. Let's pray. Lord, thanks for loving us. Thank you for marriage, the beauty of marriage. Thank you for verbal and emotional connectedness in a marriage. Thank you for sexual connectedness in a marriage. Lord, help us to be having good emotional connection, deepening our marriages. Help us to have good sex in our marriage, fulfilling sex that isn't tolerated or an eye roll. Lord, help us to connect in every way you gave us as married couples. Thank you that you love us and that our intimacy with you is far greater than anything we can have here on earth. Lord, thank you that we will spend eternity with you whenever we trust in Jesus Christ for our salvation. For it's in his name we pray. Amen. All right, there's more Song of Solomon for you. Some of you, this is your first rodeo. I hope you're enjoying it. I hope it's a blessing to you. Some of you, this is a reminder of what your marriage should look like. Grumps is celebrating 35 years today. All right, Grumps, happy anniversary. We really enjoy each other, he says. I love it. Questions or comments now? Kimmy says, oh, nice. Big Joe, a potato in Paris. Thanks, Joe, on TikTok. I appreciate that. Kimmy says she still rolls her eyes some, but let's be thankful. Definitely reminded, Debbie says. Good. Kimmy says, we are getting married today. Kimmy's getting married today? Hindle says, happy anniversary, Grumps. Kimmy is getting married today. Congratulations, Kimmy. Boy, how relevant is this? 46 years this month? She is the love of my life, Doug says. All right, Doug. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, Big Joe, have a great day. Great study, Wade says. At the beginning is like Air Supply song. Robbie, hey, Robbie, maybe I'll see you at Roundup this weekend. Melanie, I'll be up in Vega, Texas. Vega, Texas for the Roundup barbecue, rodeo, country music. I'll be there Saturday, so maybe I'll get to see you guys. Yep, Kimmy, you'll have to post some pics. We'll love it. Daniel says cleaning house, ? I don't know what hijacked by Nanners means. I don't know what Nanners means, Sissy. You'll have to fill me in. All right, Dane, have a great day. Hopefully I'll find you guys, Robbie. Love to give you a hug and check in with you. Stacy DeBusk is burying his dad tomorrow. Please pray for his family. Oh, Stacy, not many personalities bigger than Stacy DeBusk. Sorry to hear he's having to bury his daddy. Phone call from her daughter. Got hijacked by Nanner. Nanner must be her daughter. Okay. All right. I think we're wrapped up for today. I got a long counseling day today, so I need to get running. Hope you guys have a super terrific, great day today. Man, aren't the birds great? I've got my trap set over here. I got something huge digging under my fence. And we'll see if, check back with me if we end up trapping anything. If it's an armadillo, I'm not very hopeful, which I think it is. We'll see. Y'all have a great Monday. Keep on keeping on. Bye, Instagram. TikTok. Have a great day today. I always love studying this. Makes me sad. I never got to do it right, Brenda. God knows, but eternity, right? Eternity with the Lord will make up for it. Somebody got blocked on TikTok. Yeah, I wondered where that was going, Debbie. Figured it was going to go south. All right, TikTok. Love you guys. See you back here tomorrow. Keep on keeping on. Facebook and YouTube and Twitter. You're welcome, Derek. Y'all have a great day. See you back here tomorrow morning.